Developers say home buyers need to be more realistic when it comes to choosing a preferred location for their potential homes. And asking for a home in KL city centre for under 500,000 ringgit is just plain unrealistic. REHDA President FD Iskandar says this is why the media and the National House Buyers Association and the government need to help educate home buyers. Builders are already grappling with rising costs and with the new safeguard duties on imported steel products coming into play. According to Iskandar, construction companies used to pay about 1,700 ringgit per ton for smaller steel bars. Now it's gone up to between 2,300 to over 2,500 ringgit per ton. At the end of the day, he says, when contractors and developers can't absorb the price increase, the higher costs will be passed on to home buyers. Inflation hit 5.1% in March from a year earlier, the highest over 8 years since November 2008. In February, it grew 4.5%. The Stats Department says this was because of the low base last year, as well as the high retail fuel prices compared with March 2016. In March 2017, the average price of 1 litre of raw 95 petrol was 2 ringgit and 29 cent. In March 2016, it was 1 ringgit and 60 cent. This drove the index for transport up by 23%. This segment had risen 17.9% in February. Bank Negara had anticipated relatively high headline inflation in the first half of this year because of the pricier petrol. It's expecting to taper off in the second half, with inflation likely averaging between 3 and 4% in 2017. Engineering services provider Scomi Group is making its second foray into the renewable energy sector, and this time it's venturing outside of Malaysia and into hydro and wind power industries with a big focus on Australia and Turkey. Scomi is setting up a JV company in Singapore with South Asia Logistics Services and Emir Equity, which are shareholders of Imatec, the owner of a plant that makes core components of hydro turbines and generators. Under the deal, Imatec will become a wholly owned unit of the new JV company called Scomi Imatec, which will pursue business opportunities related to hydropower plants, wind farms and port crane systems. Scomi will hold 50% of Scomi Imatec, South Asia Logistics Services will hold 45% and Emir Equity will hold 5%. Petronas Dagangan will proceed with its plans to exit the Vietnamese market. The company is still on the lookout for a buyer for its LPG bottling and distribution operations there. This is despite improvements in the LPG market and the group's earnings in FY16. Group MD Arif Mahmud says the company is always reviewing its portfolio. PetDAC had acquired 2 Vietnam-incorporated firms from Petronas International Corp back in 2012. It sold one of them, Petronas Vietnam Co, to Total Gas Vietnam in 2015. It's now left with Thang Long LPG. DRB Highcom's Madonnas is making its way into the Malaysian street bike segment through a collaboration with India's Bajaj Auto. In a statement today, Madonnas said the collaboration will be initiated in stages, including distribution and technology transfer. This will be done through a development of a dedicated assembly hub in Madonnas' plant in Gurun, Kedah. Eventually, Madonnas and Bajaj are also looking to penetrate international markets via the Madonnas brand in ASEAN and beyond. DRB Highcom Group MD Syed Faisal Albar believes the move will strengthen the brand and help it capture a larger share of the motorcycle market. He says the local market was very receptive to the previous JV with Kimco and that this tie-up with Bajaj will open up a new segment for the brand to serve. Bajaj is the 4th largest 3- and 2-wheeler manufacturer in the world.